Good morning, everyone. It's Nevin Asaf here in the lovely city of San Francisco, California. It's about 7:30 on a Saturday. I'm about to head for a walk, but I thought I'd jump on video real quick to talk about the plan for today's video. And what we're going to discuss today is how do you budget when your income is inconsistent every month? And this is perfect for those who are in a sales structured type of position where there's a commission involved and your commissions fluctuate month to month. You have a good month, you have a bad month. I also want to share just some of the income that I earned beyond the full-time job. So my side hustle, I'm currently doing Uber Eats, which has been really fun, and I have more stories to share because I like to deliver in certain areas of San Francisco. And then we're going to budget for 2021, which I'm really excited for. I have a relatively free weekend. I really need to get my 2021 organized. So let's get to it. Here's an example of how you could determine your budget for next year if your bonuses fluctuate month to month. In this scenario, you'll see 6 months of bonuses. You can go back a full year. However, with the pandemic and a lot of folks being impacted, you might want to do 6 months. And this person had a high of $5,000 and a low bonus of $275. So you could see here that this person had a few good months and a couple of bad months. You want to take the total of the 6 months, which comes out to roughly about $13,000. You want to multiply that by 2 to make up for the full year. So the run rate projection would be about $26,000 in bonus dollars. And if you want to take the base, which is in this scenario $40,000, you want to add the bonus total, and it comes out to a run rate of next year at $66,222. You could also do an average and multiply that by 12 months. I did a Google search of what type of percentages you should consider when doing your budget. I did find this on a website, and I'll put the link below, but it looks like housing is at 25%, your savings is at 10%, and it lists other items like in your insurance, food, transportation, etc. Now, I have seen housing to be higher than this, usually around 30 to 35%, and I have seen savings to 15%. So keep in mind, this does not probably include your pre-tax and probably going towards your emergency fund. What I also did was I did a Google search of income tax brackets. I did a federal one, and I also did a California one, which is where I live. So go ahead and do your personal state. California for this salary would be 9.3. And it looks like federal income tax at this salary for 2020 was at 22%. I calculated a salary of $45,495. Now keep in mind, I am not a tax expert or payroll expert, but this is just an estimate. But if you were going off of this as a take home, you would see your percentages of how much you need to budget. So if 25% of your housing is $11,374, you divide it by 12. So really, you should not be paying more than $948. However, I do think that some of these percentages could be a little high. Like, I'm pretty sure you could actually live lower than $379 a month on food. I could probably get away with $200 if I was really pushing myself. So just some food for thoughts to calculate your budget for next year. So this is something that I definitely would like to try. I'm probably going to add in a few more topics in here, like maybe debt. I don't know if that would go under miscellaneous. And then utilities. I only pay for PG&E, which is my electric. However, some folks may have gas and water. And then I would probably consider my internet to be part of utilities. Hey everyone, I just finished my budget for 2021, and I did do the whole review from January to November, how much I made since my months fluctuated. I am missing a month of December because the month hasn't finished yet. So I went ahead and tried these percentages out. It actually does not work for me. So I found out after calculating my housing, which I put my mortgage and HOA, is actually 38.5% of the salary. So that is actually higher than I expected. So this is a great exercise for that. Of course, my salary has changed because of the pandemic this year, so maybe it was closer to 30%. I have a feeling it was probably more like 35%, 30 to 35%. However, I calculated food is actually only 5% of my budget. The spreadsheet originally said 10%. I actually don't eat that much for food, so I could definitely probably be under that for next year. So it's just a really good way to figure out like what I need to focus on. The other aha that I had, transportation is actually 1.43%. I haven't been driving anywhere. Gas is like $50 a month, not even, maybe a month and a half. 1.43% for the whole year. The other aha that I had was utilities. They had a budget of 10%. I only have to pay for my electricity. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I didn't put cable in here, so I need to figure out if that goes under utilities, but right now it's 1.51% of the budget, which is really small compared to 10%. Clothing, the budget is 5%. I don't need 5%, honestly. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, I actually probably could shrink that a ton. I do have a debt percentage now because I do want to pay off that HELOC. As you guys know, I'm trying to pay that sucker off. It's over $50,000. I just want it off my plate. And maybe that could go towards like extra payments on the mortgage. Yeah, so it was a really great exercise just to do these percentages. I love this exercise, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate the percentages every month and kind of see if I need to tweak anything. Hopefully side hustles come in that would help pay off the debt. So yeah, great exercise. All right, here it is. I finally did a budget based on percentages, and it does come out to 100%, so I'm really proud of myself. As you can see here, my housing is going to take up most of my percentage at 38.51. The next highest one you'll see is my debt that I want to aggressively pay off, so I'm going to put close to 20% of my salary towards debt next year. Savings would be about 10.46. I still do a 15% pre-tax straight from my pay into my retirement, but those are my major costs for next year. So it'd be really amazing to see the debt go down, and that could go towards other things such as savings or investments. The other thing that I want to mention is my side hustles. For Uber, I want to show that I made about $68 last month, and I just literally did probably 2 days, like 30 minutes to an hour of my time. So really proud of that. And this month, I'm actually currently at $108. You could see here, but someone actually gave me $15 in cash. I'm currently running around $134 for the month of December, and the month is just started. So I am excited. I'm just gonna spend a little bit more time with Uber Eats. I don't know what I'm going to do with that amount. I think I'm just going to either split it in half and put it towards the HELOC, and then I'm also going to put the other half towards an investment. So maybe buying another stock or something, but we'll see. The last thing I want to mention is I am on a FIRE journey. So I'm officially saying it. I really do want to be part of this community. I've joined a couple of Facebook groups. So FIRE is Financial Independence Retire Early. I think I envision myself retiring around 50, maybe sooner, who knows, we'll see. That is to be defined still. What does retirement mean to me? So the financial goals that I have set for 2021 are to reduce the HELOC. I'm going to have a certain number and percentage locked in by January 1st. I'm also going to have an extra payment paid towards my mortgage. I want to increase my income from a side hustle perspective. And my other financial goal is just to follow my budget every month for the entire year, which I've never done before. And it's really just comes down to being disciplined and tracking my spending. So that's kind of my goals. Oh, and then my sinking funds. I want to focus on the sinking fund strategy this year in 2021. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on. I hope you could join the journey. If you liked what you watched and heard, please consider liking and leaving a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And also please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to hear more about this journey and personal finance and financial freedom, etc. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.